All right, so I've got some oil in the pan. This is grapeseed oil because it doesn't really have a flavor. The heat's kind of medium high, and I'm gonna put the phone up here so that we can see what's going on. The first thing to go in is the garlic. So, garlic goes in. Into the oil. Garlic goes in and then comes off of the heat. So we let it kind of brown up off the heat. Otherwise it will burn and it gets acrid and it's no good. So it takes about 30 seconds or so to get a little bit of brown on the garlic. So you can see it starting to brown up already. Get nice and brown. This garlic's been crushed up in a mortar and pestle rather than chopped. Okay, the garlic's brown. So we go in and we put our beans. We put our onions, fresh chili, and our protein. And then we work that. Until the pork is kind of cooked, right? So that's just the timer for the rice. So the idea is to sort of break this up as we go so that the pork gets broken down into small pieces. So I'll just keep moving. Now, I like to do this until we get a little bit of color on the pork, like a little bit of char, a little bit of caramelization on the surface so that it isn't just like kind of squishy and soft. You can go a little bit longer than maybe some people would, but starting to get a little bit of color, so we're almost ready. cuts now. It's time to, the onions are starting to wilt a little bit, which is good. Okay, so then we go in with our liquid mixture. Mix that with a little water. And we just let this cook down, let it reduce. So just get everything in there, let it reduce. While it's reducing, we also want to add our fried dry chilies. Those were part of the prep, deep fried in some oil. Once that's kind of all incorporated, let it reduce. You want it to get down to kind of a, sticky-ish consistency. This isn't really a wet dish. This is a kind of a dry dish. Now, if this were a little hotter, this might go a little faster. I'm afraid of getting too hot because then it tends to not I tend to burn things when I go smoking wok heat. It just means I leave it a little longer to let it absorb the liquid. Because otherwise it just, it gets really smoking hot and things go so fast that they burn. As you get better at it, you can keep increasing the heat until you're really fast. And the book says a minute. It's been more than a minute. That's pretty close, right? Alright, that's looking pretty good, right? It's starting to stick to the pan a little bit, which is nice. So the last thing we do is we get our basil. This should be holy basil. In this case, I substituted Thai sweet basil because it's all I have in the market. Fold that in. Alright. Hold that in until it just starts to wilt. You don't know it. Let that wilt for a second. I think we're about done. You don't want to burn it. Come off the heat. Cool.